Welcome back to session 3 of day 6. Good afternoon to all. Myself Wasimunisa, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutics, VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Gudlavaleru. And I am very much glad to act as a chairperson for this session. Now, it's my privilege to introduce the speaker of this session, Dr. A. Lakshman Rao Garu, Head of VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Gudlavaleru. Sir did his B.Pharm in KVSR Siddhartha College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Vijaydi, and Master's degree in Pharmaceutical Chemistry from Andhra University, Visakhapatnam, and PhD in Acharya Nagarjuna University. And Sir did his postgraduate diploma in Human Resource Management from Pondicherry University, Pondicherry, and postgraduate diploma in Chemical Analysis and Quality Management from University of Hyderabad. And Sir postgraduate diploma in Patent Law from Nalsar University of Law, Hyderabad. And Sir having 21 years of teaching, research and administrative experience for B.Pharm, M.Pharm, PharmaD and PhD programs. Sir has published 241 international journals and 100 national journals, and Sir published a book named Social and Preventive Pharmacy in PharmaMed Press. And Sir has a patent in the preparation of rosuvastatin formulation for treating human oral squamous cell carcinoma. And Sir received various grants from AICTI, and some of them are from seminar grant of rupees 1.25 lakhs from All India Council for Technical Education and financial assistance of rupees 3 lakhs from Pharmacy Council of India, New Delhi. And Sir guided 11 PhD candidates and 5 PhD candidates are under guidance, and Sir guided 67 M.Pharm candidates and 5 M.Pharm candidates are under guidance. Here Sir received guest lectures in various faculty development programs, national seminars, conferences and workshops. Sir received Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Teacher Excellence Award from Union Ministry of State, Ministry of Education, organized by Siksha Kalyan Foundation and AICTE. Sir received Certificate of Appreciation in 3rd International Conference of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. And Sir was honored with Dr. LVG Nargan Research Excellence in Pharmaceutical Chemistry Award with a cash prize of rupees 10,000. Sir received Dr. P.D. Sethi Annual Award, Kongposh Publications. And Sir, Best Originality in Research Award in Online Scientific Session in Pharma Middle East Congress organized by Plenariano, USA. And Sir received various other awards from different conferences, conventions, as well as national and international seminars. And Sir has organized 43 seminars, conferences, and workshops. And Sir has completed 4 SWAYAM NPTEL and ARPIT courses. And Sir has presented 38 papers in various seminars, conferences, and workshops. And Sir has participated in 970 EFDPs, ESTTPs, and e-conferences as well as webinars. And Sir is the member of various professional societies such as IPA, APTI, ABAP, ISTE, APP, OPF, Pharma Association, IAAC, PAAP. Now, the awaited time is arrived to take the lecture of Role of Artificial Intelligence in Drug Discovery and Development by Dr. A. Lakshman Rao, sir. Sir,
Thank you, Vasimuni Sagadu.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Uh,
Sir, please start the sessions.
yeah, whether the PPT is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
What about the voice? Is it audible?
Yes, sir, we can hear your voice, sir.
Okay, thank you. A very good afternoon to one and all. Today I'm here to present a talk on role of artificial intelligence in drug discovery and development. And for the past 1 week, all the participants gained a lot of knowledge in artificial intelligence by covering the various aspects in and around artificial intelligence and their applications and etc. And during this particular 1 week sessions, and some of the participants were requested me to give a lecture on basics of artificial intelligence because no resource person covered about the basics and fundamentals of artificial intelligence because it is a very novel topic and it is not there in the academics and it is a very upcoming topic and has some of the participants they are not aware about the artificial intelligence and basing on the request I have chosen the more apt topic relevant to the theme that is of this particular refresher program, that is role of artificial intelligence on drug discovery and development. And then here come to the contents of my presentation, that is introduction to artificial intelligence, examples of artificial intelligence and types and approaches of artificial intelligence and principles of artificial intelligence, functions of artificial intelligence, and the facts and artificial intelligence market. Next, artificial intelligence ethics, and next various softwares that are used in artificial intelligence. And next, what are the various companies that are using the artificial intelligence? And next, another important aspect is applications of artificial intelligence in different sectors. And finally, the topic will be concluded with conclusion. Next, come to introduction. Here, in our day-to-day life, unknowingly or unknowingly, we are using the artificial intelligence in various areas. For example, in the early morning, we woke up with a clock in our mobile phones, and here, majority of that particular mobile phones that are working with artificial intelligence. And another aspect is we are using the watches and the watches were also having the concept of artificial intelligence. And similarly, we are watching the televisions. The televisions were also inbuilt with artificial intelligence. For example, if we can use the Amazon Prime, and similarly, if we can see the movies in the Netflix, all these things were related to the artificial intelligence. And another thing in this case is in our day-to-day life. For example, if we are moving in a car, then we don't know any direction to a particular place. Then what you have to do is we are using the GPS, that is ground positioning system. That GPS will also work basing on the artificial intelligence only. That is the unknowingly we are using the artificial intelligence in our day-to-day life. Then come to introduction. Actually, the term artificial intelligence was given by John McCarthy at the Dartmouth Convention in the year 1956. And actually, if you can see the term artificial intelligence, the word artificial intelligence is comprises of two words. One is artificial and the second one is intelligence. And artificial intelligence is meaning is artificial intelligence is refers to something which is made by human or non-natural thing, something which is made by human or non-natural thing. And the second word is intelligence. Intelligence means ability to understand or think, ability to understand or think. By combining these two, artificial and intelligence, we will get the word as artificial intelligence. The next aspect is what is artificial intelligence. And here the meaning of the artificial intelligence is the process of human intelligence in computers. And another way we can express it as the science and engineering of intelligent machines. And simply we can say that simulation of the process of human intelligence through the computers. And here, basing on that, we can say that artificial intelligence is the machine displayed intelligence that simulates human behavior or thinking that can be trained to solve the problems. And here, then we will see what is the definition of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is defined as the theory and development of computer systems able to perform tasks normally requiring the human intelligence, such as visual perception and recognition of speech, that is speech recognition, and also in decision making and translation between the languages. That is about the artificial intelligence. And this artificial intelligence is a new era in drug discovery, and these artificial intelligence is a fiery element in the healthcare industry. Mainly, the artificial intelligence is dealing with the design and application of algorithms for analyzing, learning, and interpreting the data. And similarly, this artificial intelligence, popularly considered as AI, this AI involves obtaining information, developing rules for using information, approximate or accurate conclusions, and self-correction. That is about the introduction to the artificial intelligence. Next, another aspect is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Repeatedly we are using these two words. Artificial intelligence is abbreviated as AI and machine learning is abbreviated as ML. First we will see what is the differences between the artificial intelligence and machine learning. The AI and ML are the part of computer science that are correlated with each other, and these two technologies are the most trending technologies which are used for creating the intelligence systems. And here, then we will see the AI is a bigger concept to create intelligent machines that can simulate human thinking capability and behavior. Whereas machine learning is concerned, it is an application or subset of artificial intelligence that allow machines to learn from data without being programmed explicitly. And here, then you will see the diagram. Here in the diagram, we can see that the artificial intelligence means that is a complete machinery system, whereas the machine learning means that one of the part of that particular system. That's why here this machine learning is considered as a one of the subunit of this artificial learning. And then we will see the three another term that may come up. First thing is artificial intelligence, second one is machine learning, another one is deep learning. Here you can see this particular diagram. These artificial intelligence is considered as a combination of machine learning and deep learning. It is a combination of machine learning and deep learning. Okay, the AI models that are trained using the vast volumes of data, they have the ability to make the intelligent decisions. So here you can observe this particular diagram. We can see the differences between the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Simply speaking, artificial intelligence means a program that can sense, reason, act, and adapt. And similarly, the machine learning is algorithms whose performance improve as they are exposed to more data over time. And come to deep learning. Deep learning means that subset of machine learning in which multi-layered neural networks learn from vast amounts of data. That is, these are the meanings of the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. This machine learning and deep learning is considered as a part of the artificial intelligence. That's why artificial intelligence is a very, very broader concept. And with all the hype around the artificial intelligence, for example, if we can take robots as well as the self-driving cars, all these are also work basing on the artificial intelligence only. Okay, and that's why the day-to-day life AI plays a very major role. In reality, most of us encounter the artificial intelligence in some way or the other almost every single way day. From the moment you wake up to check your smartphone to watching another Netflix recommended movie, and AI has quickly made its way into our everyday lives. According to study of Statista, the global global AI market is set to grow up to 54% every single year. The AI market is gradually increasing year by year. But what exactly is artificial intelligence, and will it readily serve the good to mankind in the future? Yes, AI applications have significantly evolved over the past few years and has found in application in almost every business sector. Okay, and next here another important aspect in this case is drug discovery and development process. Hope you can see the title of the concept, the theme, role of artificial intelligence and drug discovery and development. Hope everybody is having the sound knowledge in the drug discovery and development process. It is a very vast phenomena. In a single line, we can say that generally the discovery of drug, it will take nearly the 10 years of time, and approximately the expenditure incurred to develop one drug molecule is around $2.6 billion. And by spending this $2.6 million and by sparing the more than 10 years of duration, one drug will be coming to market by the process of drug screening. And what is this particular drug discovery phenomena? Drug discovery is a long and complex process that can be broadly divided into four main categories. The first one is target selection and validation. The second one is compound screening and lead optimization. And the third one is preclinical studies. And the fourth one is clinical study trials. These are the four different steps that are there mainly in the drug discovery phenomena. Okay, and especially in the clinical trials, totally we are having a four phases that is considered as a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 and phase 4. Next here just I will add one more important point in this aspect. What is the major difference between the traditional drug discovery as well as the artificial intelligence based drug discovery? Actually we know the traditional drug discovery, but we don't know the artificial based drug, AI based drug discovery. Then we will see the difference. The difference between traditional drug discovery is target driven. The traditional drug discovery is the target driven, and artificial intelligence based drug discovery is data driven. That means in the traditional drug discovery is mainly based on the targeted driven, where AI based drug discovery is based on the data driven. That is the difference between the traditional drug discovery as well as the AI based drug discovery. Well, there are tons of advantages and disadvantages of artificial intelligence. For every new technology, they're having the pros and cons, advantages and drawbacks. In a similar manner, the artificial intelligence is also having the so many advantages and disadvantages. Then we will see the what are the various advantages of artificial intelligence. The first advantage is reduction in the human error. Here, one of the biggest advantages of artificial intelligence is that it can be significantly reduces the errors and increases the accuracy and precision. Here, the decisions taken by the AI in every steps that is decided by the information previously gathered and a certain set of algorithms. Okay, and what is algorithm? It is a rule for a set of particular information. So it can be programmed in a computer, and suppose when programmed properly, then what happens? These errors can be reduced to null, means to zero. That's why by using the artificial intelligence we can reduce the human error as much as possible. What is the best example in this particular point is, for example, in weather forecasting, by using the AI, they have the reduced the majority of the human error, especially in the weather forecasting. The error can be reduced by using the artificial intelligence. And next, the second advantage is takes risks instead of humans. The AI is taking the risks instead of humans. The another biggest advantage of AI is that humans can overcome many risks by letting AI robots do them for us. Whether it be, for example, if you have to defuse a bomb, or going to space, or exploring the deepest part of the ocean, for or mining for coal or oil, machines with metal bodies, these are resistant in nature and can survive unfriendly atmosphere atmospheres. It can be used effectively in any kind of natural or man-made disasters. Moreover, they can provide the accurate work with greater responsibility and not wear out easily. What is the best example for the second point in this case is here actually we heard about the Chernobyl nuclear power plant explosion in Ukraine. At that time, actually, there were no AI powered robots that can help us to minimize the effect of radiation by controlling the fire in early stages. As any human went too close to that core, what happens is they will die in a matter of minutes. They eventually poured the sand and boron from helicopters from a mere distance. That's why at that time there is no robot. If robot is there, then the Chernobyl nuclear power plant's explosion does not causing much more damage at that particular time. That particular robots will ready to take the risks. Just because of that particular reason, nowadays the robots are using in everywhere. Wherever the human is working, the robots is in, for example, in restaurants, the robot is serving the food. For example, in the supply chain management, the robots is playing a role. And the artificial intelligence robots can be used in each and every situations where the intervention can be hazardous. Next, the third advantage is available 24 by 7. That means that these AI is available 24 by 7 availability. Yeah, and average human will work generally around 6 to 8 hours per day, excluding the breaks. These generally, the humans, what we need is we have to refresh for some time in between the working time. Otherwise, we can't work for a long period of time. Okay, and then here also we need a weekly off also to stay and interact with our homes, okay, to relax for some period during the evening hours or weekly off and etc. But using the AI, we can make machines work 24 by 7 without any breaks, and they don't even get bored, unlike the humans. And what is the best example in this case is nowadays the education institutions and helpline centers are getting many queries and issues which can be handled effectively by the artificial intelligence. They are answering to that particular queries for 24 by 7 period of time. Next, another important advantage is helping in repetitive jobs. So, in our day-to-day work, we will be performing many repetitive works, say, for example, sending a thanking mail and verifying certain documents for others, and many more things. By using the AI, we can productively automate these tasks and can even remove the boring tasks for humans, and they are free them up to be increasingly creative manner. Next, one of the best example in this case is, for example, in the banks, we often see many verification of documents to get a loan. Okay, and we need a loan. Then you have to go to bank. Then you have to apply for the loan. And here, the bank people has to verify the documents. Here, in that case, also the AI is play a major role. Okay, and that verification of documents is a repetitive task to the bank employees. Okay, hence, these repetitive tasks in the bank can be done, that is verification of documents can be done by the artificial intelligence. Because of that particular reason, by using the AI, the cognitive automation, the owner can speed up the process of verifying the documents, by which both the customers will be benefited as well as the owner will also be, owner means bank will be benefited. Okay, within a less span of time, the repetitive works can be carried out. Next, another advantage in this case is digital assistance. Digital assistance. Almost all the bigger organizations nowadays they use digital assistants to interact with their customers, which significantly minimizes the need for human resources. Just I will tell you one small example. Suppose if we can take the ICICI Bank or any banking sector, especially private banking sector, if you have any doubt, okay, the chatbot automatically they will give you answer. They will give you answer. Okay, that's why the digital assistants are also used in not only in many websites also to provide the things that what the users want. You can chat with a chatbot and ask them exactly what you need. Generally, these chatbots are very intelligent. Okay, then the customer don't know whether we are chatting with a chatbot or whether we are chatting with a human being. Okay, and that is the advantage of this particular AI. Okay, and what is the best example in this aspect is, for example, the banking. A customer support team will needs to clarify the doubts and queries of the customers by using the AI, by using the voice bot or chat bot, which can help the customers with all their queries, with all their queries. Okay, and next, that's why so many organizations they started using their these particular digital assistants in on their websites as well as mobile applications also. Next, another advantage is faster decisions. Okay, and these faster decisions as well as we need the unbiased, we need the faster decisions. At the same time, what we are expecting is unbiased decisions. So, using the artificial intelligence alongside other technologies, we can make machines take decisions faster than a human and carry out the actions in a very quicker manner. While taking a decision, human will analyze many factors, both emotionally also and practically. But the artificial intelligence powered machines work on what it is programmed and delivers the results in a very, very faster way when compared to the humans. Generally, in this aspect, we can say, we can quote that the human beings are driven by the emotions, whereas the artificial intelligence is not working basing on the emotions. They are devoid of emotions, and the AI is working mainly on highly practical and rational in its approach. Okay, and one of the best example in this aspect is, suppose we have played chess games in the Windows, and it is nearly impossible to beat the CPU in the hard mode, because in that game the AI is installed. That's why it is very difficult to beat the CPU game when compared to the game played by us. And similarly, another thing is daily applications. And these AI is having the so many daily applications. For example, in the Apple, we are using the Siri, SIRI Siri, and similarly in the Windows, we are using the Cortana, and in the Google's, we can use OK Google. All these are the frequently used in our daily routine manner, whether it is for searching a location or taking a selfie or making a phone call or replying to a mail and many more aspects in the daily applications we are using the artificial intelligence. For example, in 20 years back, when we are planning to go to anywhere, actually we use it to ask a person who already went there for the directions of that particular place. But now all we have to do is simply we have to say, okay Google. Simply we can say, okay Google, where is Gudlavalleru? It will show you Gudlavalleru's location on Google Map and the best path between you and Gudlavalleru. That is the advantage of the this particular AI. Next, new inventions. Okay, and this AI is powering many new inventions in almost every domain, which will help humans and solve the majority of the complex problems. And one of the examples in this aspect is, recently the doctors can predict breast cancer in the women at earlier stages using the advanced AI based technologies. By using this AI, we can predict the cancer at early stages, and then we can give a better treatment to the patient. These are the various advantages with the corresponding examples are covered. Next, second aspect is disadvantages, as every bright side has a darker version in it. Similarly, the artificial intelligence also has some disadvantages. Let's see some of the disadvantages. And the first one is high cost. High cost means high cost of creation. The ability to create a machine that can simulate human intelligence is not a small thing. It requires plenty of time and resources and can cost a huge deal of money. This AI also needs to operate on the latest hardware and software to stay updated to meet the latest requirement in that particular machine. Thus, making of this hardware and software is quite costly. And another thing is the machines need repairing and maintenance also, which need plenty of costs. Its creation requires huge costs, as they are very complex machines. And next, second disadvantage is making humans lazy. Yes, AI applications automate the majority of the tedious and repetitive tasks. This AI is making humans lazy with its applications, automating the majority of the work. Since we do not have to memorize the things or solve puzzles to get the job done, we tend to use our brains less and less. Generally, the humans tend to get addicted to these interventions, which can cause a problem to future generations. Next, another important disadvantage is increase in unemployment. Increasing unemployment. Okay, and these AI is makes the unemployment, create unemployment. Perhaps one of the biggest advantage of AI is that AI is slowly replacing the number of repetitive tasks with bots, means chatbots. These human interference is become less, which will cause a major problem in the employment standards. The reduction in the need for human interference has resulted in the death of the major job opportunities. Okay, and every organization is looking to replace the minimum qualified individuals with AI robots, which can do similar work with more efficiency than humans. A simple example is, again we can quote the chartboard, which is the bigger advantages of organizations. And this is actually considered as unemployment is considered as a nightmare for many employees. Okay, and generally one of the study was made by the McKinsey. This McKinsey study predicts that AI will replace at least 30% of the human labor by 2030. The AI will replace at least 30% of the human labor by 2030. Next, another advantage is no emotions. Actually, our human beings are having the emotions. There is no doubt that machines are much better when it comes to working efficiently, but they can't replace the human connection. They can't replace with the human connection that makes the team. Here what we are doing is we are connecting together with the people with the emotions, but the AI not connecting with the people with emotions. So the machines can't develop a bond with the humans, which is an essential attribute when it comes to the team management. In the team management, the human relationships and connections are very much important to get the best results. Next aspect in this case is no creativity. No creativity. That is also another big advantages of AI. Okay, actually it can't learn to think outside the box. It can't learn think outside the box. Actually, AI is capable of learning over time with pre-fed data only. Already we are feeding the data, and basing on the past experiences we will get the results, and there is no creativity in that particular aspect. But the AI can't be creative in its approach. They can't be creative in that particular approaches. Next, no ethics. Okay, and ethics and morality are the important human features that can be difficult to incorporate into an AI. The rapid progress of AI has raised a number of concerns that one day, okay, AI will grow uncontrollably and eventually wipe out humanity. This movement is referred to as the AI singularity. And next, the other disadvantage is lacking out of the box thinking. Generally, the machines can perform only those tasks which they are designed or which they are programmed to do. Anything out of that particular box, they tend to crash or give the irrelevant outputs, which could be a major backdrop. That is about the lacking out of the box thinking. Next, increased dependency on machines. As we know that technology is very useful servant, but a dangerous master also. Okay, with declining the human intervention, organizations organizations would be much more dependent on machines. However, these machines do not have the ability to understand the human emotions at all. This can be lead to the severe problems if we are not checking properly. If we are not checking properly. Next, general, then we will see actually what are the various advantages of AI in the drug discovery and development. The important advantages, which includes the AI will improve the drug discovery process, and the AI will reduce the research and development cost. Okay, and by using the AI, the time will be reduced, and the expenditure for the drug development process will also be reduced, and reduces the time and cost of the early drug discovery process also will be reduced. Okay, next, the support predicting potential risks and the side effects in the late trials we can also be reduced. And here, by usually we know that the drug development takes minimum of 5 years to go to trial stage. Suppose if you can use the AI drug takes just 12 months. Within a 12 months, that may goes to various clinical trials. But in the normal traditional way, it may goes to nearly more than 5 years. So that's why not only in the general advantages in the drug discovery and development also, the artificial intelligence are having so many advantages. So many advantages. Next, we will see what are the various examples of artificial intelligence. Various examples are considered as manufacturing robots, self-driving cars, and smart assistants, proactive healthcare management, disease mapping, automated financial investing, and virtual travel booking agent, social media monitoring, inter-team chat tool, and conversational marketing bot, and NLP tools. NLP means that natural language processing tools. So these are the important examples of artificial intelligence. Next, we will see what are the types and approaches of artificial intelligence. Okay, generally these artificial intelligence can be divided into various types. Mainly, these are mainly two types. Main categorization. The categorization of these artificial intelligence is based on the first type one is based on capabilities, and the second type two is based on functionally. Okay, first one is based on the capabilities. Okay, and second one is basing on the functionality. Then we will see what is the difference between the type 1 and type 2. Type 1 classification is again subdivided into three types: so narrow artificial intelligence, and a general artificial intelligence, and a strong artificial intelligence. Come to first one, the narrow artificial intelligence. This narrow artificial intelligence is also called it as a weak artificial intelligence. Then what is the meaning of this narrow artificial intelligence is dedicated for one task. Dedicated for one task. Generally, that means it is dedicated mainly for the one particular task only. The narrow AI is a type of AI which is able to perform a dedicated task with intelligence. The most common and currently available AI is narrow AI in the word of artificial intelligence. A narrow AI can't perform beyond its field or beyond its limitations, as it is only trained for one specific task or one specific job only. Hence, it is termed as a narrow AI or weak AI. Okay, and next, this narrow AI can fail in unpredictable ways if it is goes beyond the limits. One of the best example in this case is Apple Siri. This Apple Siri is an example of narrow AI. Okay, this is operated with a limited predefined range of functions only. Okay, and similarly, one more examples I will quote in the narrow AI. IBM's Watson supercomputer. This IBM's Watson supercomputer comes under the narrow AI. Okay, it uses an expert system approach combined with machine learning and natural language processing. Okay, and some other examples of narrow AI is Amazon Alexa. Nowadays, the Alexa is one of the best AI system. Amazon Alexa, okay, and playing chess and purchasing suggestions on the e-commerce or business site, self-driving cars and speech recognition and image recognition. In the phone, we are having the face recognition, everything that is a part of AI only. Okay, then come to second type, general AI. General AI, the meaning of the general AI is perform like human. Perform like human. The general AI is a type of intelligence which could perform any intellectual tasks with efficiency like a human. The idea behind the general AI to make such a system which could be smarter and think like a human by its own. Currently, there is no such system exist which could come under the general AI and can perform any tasks as perfect as a human. Okay, and that is about the second one. And the third one is strong AI. The strong AI can also be called it as a super AI. Super AI. The meaning of the strong AI or super AI means that intelligent than human. Intelligent than human. That means that the super AI is a level of intelligence of systems at which machines could surpass human intelligence and can perform any task better than the human with the cognitive properties. Cognitive means thinking, cognitive properties, and it is the outcome of general AI. Okay, and here mainly, for example, what to do is we have to solve the puzzle and you have to make a judgments and you can plan, learn, and communicate by its own can be done by using this general AI. Okay, and this general AI, that is super AI, is considered as a hypothetical concept of artificial intelligence. Okay, and mainly the purpose of this strong AI is especially to carry out the complex tasks, mainly for complex tasks. For example, in the hospitality, in the navigation, nowadays we are using this particular super AI or strong AI. Then come to second type, that is artificial intelligence type 2. Here, this type 2 is classified based on the functionality. Based on the functionality. Here, mainly, we are divided into four different subtypes of type 2 AI. One is reactive machines, second one is limited memory, third one is theory of mind, and fourth one is self-awareness. Come to first one, reactive machines. Here, in this case, here it has no memory, only response to different stimuli. Then what it means? This purely the reactive machines are the most basic form under all types of the AI. Such AI systems generally does not store the memories or past experiences for the future actions. It does not store the previous memories, okay, or past experiences for the future actions. These machines are majorly focused on current scenarios and react only on its as per the possible best action. One small example in this case is IBM's Deep Blue supercomputer system. This IBM's Deep Blue supercomputer system is an example of a reactive machines, and the same computer that defeated the grandmaster in the world of chess. In the chess game, that defeated the grandmaster also. Okay, and that is about the first one, reactive machines. Second one is limited memory, means uses memory to learn and improve its responses. Sorry, and improve its responses. Then what is the meaning of this limited memory is limited memory machines can store the past experiences or some data for a short period of time. That's why they can be called it as a limited period. They store the data for a limited period of time. That's why they can be called it as a limited memory. These machines can use stored data for a limited time period only. Okay, for example, self-driving or propelled cars are one of the best example of limited memory systems. These cars generally can store the recent speed of nearby cars, the distance of other cars, and the speed limit, and what is the lane markings, and the traffic lights, and curves of roads, and all that information to navigate the road. This AI is useful. Then come to third type, theory of mind. Here the meaning is understands the needs of other intelligent entities, understands the needs of other intelligent entities. And here the theory of mind, it should understand the human emotions, it will understand the human thoughts, it will understand the people, it will understand the beliefs, and be able to interact socially like human beings. This type of AI machines is still not developed, but researchers are making lots of efforts and improvement for developing such AI machines. Then come to fourth one, self-awareness means has a human-like intelligence and self-awareness. Here, these self-awareness AI is considered as a future of artificial intelligence. These machines will be super intelligent, and it is a step ahead of understanding human emotions, and will have their own consciousness, own sentiments, and self-awareness. Generally, these machines are smarter than the human mind. Okay, and this self-awareness AI does not exist in reality still, and it is a hypothetical concept only. Hypothetical concept only. Next, what are the important principles of artificial intelligence? These are the 6 different principles of artificial intelligence. The first one is be socially beneficial. Okay, mainly here you can see that whatever the technology we are having, it must be beneficial. Okay, to the social society. For example, if these AI is having a lot of benefits in the area of healthcare and security and energy systems and transportation and manufacturing process and entertainment, like that it will touches the so many aspects of the social life. That is about be socially beneficial. And the second principle is avoiding creating or reinforcing the unfair bias. Avoid creating or reinforcing unfair bias. These AI algorithms and data sets can reflect, reinforce, or reduces the unfair biases. It will these AI systems that will reduces the unfair biases. Next, be built and tested for safety. Be built and tested for safety. Here we will continue to develop and apply strong safety and security practices, mainly to avoid the unintended results. Suppose if any unintended results may happen, what happens in this case is this may lead to the risk of harmful conditions or harmful situations are observed. That's why we should be so much cautious. Okay, and always all that A leads to the safety research. Next, be accountable to people. Be accountable to the people. Always we have to design the AI systems that provide appropriate opportunities for the feedback and relevant explanations and appeal. Always our AI technologies will be subjected to the appropriate human directions, also under control. Next, next principle is incorporate privacy design principles. What it means is we will incorporate our privacy principles in the development and use of AI technologies. The privacy is also very much important in the AI. Okay, we will give opportunity for notice and consent and encourage architectures with the privacy safeguards and provide appropriate transparency and control over the use of the data. Next, another important principle is uphold high standards of scientific excellence. Okay, always in the technical innovation is rooted in the scientific method, and a commitment to open inquiry, intellectual rigor, integrity, and collaboration is also play a major role in the scientific excellence. Okay, and these AI tools have the potential to unlock new realms of scientific research and knowledge in critical domains like biology, chemistry, pharmacy, medicine, and environmental sciences. Always, we must aspire high standards of scientific excellence as we work to progress AI development. Next, what are the important functions? Majorly, we are having the 4 important functions of artificial intelligence. The first one is mobile platform for improving the health outcomes. So nowadays is one of the novel aspects in the AI mobile platform for improving the health outcomes. Nowadays, by using the mobile phone, we can control our heartbeat, we can control our walking speed, we can control our pulse, we can control our BP. Recently, we can control our blood pressure also. We can control the blood glucose levels also. That's why the mobile apps are playing a very, very vital role in the healthcare system. Okay, especially the meaning of this particular function is the ability to recommend patients and improve the patient outcomes through real-time data collection. By using this mobile platform, we can see the real-time data collection. That is the biggest important function of AI. Next, another important function of AI is personalized medicine. This is also plays a major role. Personalized medicine. Okay, what it means is the ability to evaluate large patient data to identify the treatment options by using a cloud-based system. By using this cloud-based system, within a short span of time, we can study the large patient data. We can study the large patient data. That is the advantage of this particular thing. Then that play a major role in the personalized medicine. Next, acquisition gallows. Then what is this acquisition gallows is especially any startup companies they are nowadays they are combining with AI and the healthcare sector to feed the startup needs of large biotech firms. Large biotech firms. Okay, and now because that particular reason nowadays all the startup companies are combining with the artificial intelligence. They will combine the AI technology in their startups. Next, another important function of artificial intelligence is drug discovery. Okay, and here our area is major related to the drug discovery and development. Nowadays, the pharma companies is also associating with various software companies, and they are mainly trying for the cutting the cost, that is reducing the cost, and also the extensive process of drug discovery. By using this particular AI, we can reduce the process of drug discovery. By that, the duration of the drug discovery process will be reduced as much as possible. Next, come to this particular artificial intelligence current status as well as what about the market. According to Statista, the revenue from the AI software market worldwide is expected to reach nearly $126 billion by 2025. And as per the Gartner, 37% of the organizations have implemented AI in some or other form. The percentage of enterprises employing the AI that may grow to 70% over the past 4 years. And according to Servian Global Solutions, by 2025, 95% of the customer interactions will be mainly powered by AI only. The customer interactions are mainly powered by the AI only. Okay, a recent 2020 report from Statista it reveals that the global AI software market is expected to grow approximately 54% year on year and is expected to reach a forecast size of 22.6 US billion dollars. Likewise, the AI market is gradually increasing year by year. It is a small diagram which is showing the forecast of artificial intelligence in drug discovery and development. Especially the artificial intelligence for drug discovery and development market is expected to reach around 4,815 millions by 2027, and it may growing at a CAGR of 31.6%. What is the meaning of this CAGR? That is compound annual growth rate. Compound annual growth rate is considered as a CAGR that will grow of 31.6. You see the second diagram here. In the year of 2019, the artificial intelligence in the healthcare market is $20 billion, and we're expecting that forecasted means we are expecting in the future, and it may be forecasted in the year 2027 it may reaches to the $47.96 billion of market in healthcare system. In healthcare like that, the artificial intelligence play a important role in the market or business sector. Next, the artificial intelligence ethics. What is artificial intelligence ethics? Generally, the ethics refers to the moral behavior of a person to conduct different activities of life. Okay, it is the moral behavior of a person to conduct different activities of life. In the same way, the ethics in artificial intelligence is also refers to the activities of AI systems and robots. Okay, and nowadays our lives are mainly surrounded by the AI based softwares. Okay, for example, Google search engine, Alexa, and different recommendations on the YouTube and Netflix, and self-driving cars, and facial recognition systems, and all these things are available. Okay, and that's why the ethics in the artificial intelligence is refers to the activities of AI systems and robots. And mainly the key points in this artificial intelligence AI system ethics is mainly to deal with unemployment when AI takes away all the jobs, and inequality in the wealth creation, the AI machine owners versus the others, and AI made mistakes and stupidity also, and security problems, concerns, and privacy of the individual is also important. Here, in the, so much of data is collected and saved. Okay, and that is also very much important for storage of the data. That is affected the privacy of the individual, especially nowadays all the social media is facing this much this this particular problem. That's why sometimes the Facebook the data of the customers will be leaked. Sometimes the Instagram the data will be leaked, like the some Twitter the data of the customers will be leaked. That's why the privacy of the individual is very much important. It may relate it to the AI ethics, that artificial intelligence ethics. Simply by introducing the artificial intelligence ethics would give the right direction to the future AI world, to the future AI world. Just here, I will give you a small example to understand the AI ethics. For example, if one bank is there, the bank is using the AI system for approving a loan for different people, but the algorithms could choose any parameter, for example, even race or religion or caste or status, actually which violates our moral law to treat all are equal. The companies which are using the AI systems may not know about the discrimination, but on seeing the previous year data it shows certain race or religion are not getting loans approved having the same status as other religion. Here the bank cannot be blamed for discrimination, but it affects the people's morals, so it must come under the law, and there shall be ethical norms for the AI systems. That's why the artificial intelligence ethics is play a major role in our the human values and ethics. Next, another important aspect is softwares, artificial intelligence software. So what is AI software? AI software is a computer program which mimics human behavior by learning various data patterns and insights. What are the top features of AI softwares? Includes machine learning and speech and voice recognition and virtual assistant, etc. Okay, and here in this aspect, the AI is combined with machine learning and is used to provide users with the required functionality and makes the business process a much simpler one. A much simpler one. Okay, and next, the main aim of these artificial intelligence software systems is to have the ability to discover which makes the people increase their performance and increase their productivity over the time. And next, what are the important tools of AI? The important tools of AI includes the machine learning and deep learning, which give an analysis report to increase the clarity of the planning and reasoning and thinking and problem solving and also the learning. Next, what are the 10 best AI softwares? The 10 best AI softwares are listed here. Sorry. Google Cloud Machine Learning Engine and Azure Machine Learning Studio, TensorFlow, H2O AI, Cortana, IBM Watson, and Salesforce Einstein, Infosys Nia, Amazon Alexa, and Google Assistant. These are the 10 best AI softwares that are available. Next, then you may have one doubt, what are the leading companies that are using the AI? Here I listed out 30 leading companies in artificial intelligence, especially in the drug discovery sector, starting with A2A Pharma, AI Therapeutics, Anima Biotech, Entrigen, and Atomwise, Adansa, and Benevolent AI, Berk, Bioge, Biovista, and Blackthorn Therapeutics, Cyclica, and Cytoreason, Deargen, Deep Genomics, DeepMind Health, Envisa Genetics, and Exscientia. Exscientia is playing one of the important role, and Health, and In Silico Medicine, and In Sitro, and Lantern Pharma, and Nuditas, and Farnext, Recursion Pharmaceuticals, ReviveMed, Silicon Therapeutics, Turbine AI, and 2XAR, and Extalp. This Extalp is also one of the important leading companies that are using the AI. Next, here I am showing some of the companies. For example, nowadays we told that so many companies they are implementing the artificial intelligence in their industries. For example, Johnson and Johnson and Sanofi, AstraZeneca, Merck, Roche, Novartis, all these companies they are using this particular artificial intelligence. And similarly, the technology companies like Hitachi, Google, IBM, Siemens, Huawei, Samsung, Hitachi, they are using the artificial intelligence. These are the various companies they are using this software. So here also you can observe the Xtalpi and the Exscientia. These are the various important softwares that are used by these companies. That are used by these particular companies. Next, and another we will come to another important aspect of artificial intelligence. And here just to see the diagram here, the artificial intelligence is having a wide number of applications in different sectors. You just see, starting with alphabetical order, astronomy and healthcare, transport, agriculture, education, e-commerce, entertainment, robotics, automotive, social media, and data security, and finance, and gaming. In all these areas, the artificial intelligence is playing a very, very important role. First, come to AI in astronomy. AI in astronomy. Artificial intelligence can be very useful to solve the complex universe problems. So the AI technology can be helpful mainly for understanding the universe, such as how it will works and what is the origin. All these things which will be covered in the astronomy sector. Then another important aspect come to our area is AI in healthcare. AI in the healthcare. In the last 5 to 10 years, AI is becoming more advantageous for the healthcare industry and going to have a significant impact on this industry. Generally, the healthcare industries are applying AI to make a better and faster diagnosis than humans. Especially in diagnosis area, they is playing a very, very vital role. This AI can help the doctors also when diagnosis and can inform when patients are worsening so that the medical can help can reach to the patient before hospitalization. Okay, and especially the artificial intelligence finds diverse applications in the healthcare sector. Okay, and nowadays the AI applications are used in healthcare to build sophisticated machines that can detect the diseases and for especially the treatment of cancer, it will identify detect the disease and identify the cancer cells also. The AI can help and analyze chronic conditions with the lab and other medical data to ensure early diagnosis. The AI uses the combination of historical data and medical intelligence for the discovery of new drugs also. Okay, and because of that particular reason, the artificial intelligence is proving to be a game changer in the healthcare. It is proving to be a game changer in the healthcare, especially improving the virtually every aspect of the industry. From, for example, robot nowadays, so you can see robot assisted surgeries are there. Robot assisted surgeries are also coming into the healthcare system, into the healthcare system. Next, here I will tell you what are the important purpose of AI in the healthcare system. What is the important purpose of AI in the healthcare system, especially in different areas, which includes the research and digital health monitoring and diagnosis and patient data and risk analysis and surgery, mental health and hospital management and drug discovery. In all these areas, in the healthcare, they plays a major role. Because of that particular reason, the AI is considered as the emergence of a computational precision medicine. The AI is playing a very vital role in the precision medicine. That is also very much important, precision medicine. Okay, and next, another aspect of the AI is AI facilitates the design, selection and repurposing of drugs interacting with targets. Nowadays the drug repurposing is also very important tool nowadays. And another important aspect in this case is the AI can offer revolutionary insights into medicine through data from genetics, proteomics, and other life sciences that advance the process of discovery and development. And especially in the development of new drug residues that maybe begin with the biological targets. What are the best examples of the biological targets? Are receptor, enzyme, protein, and gene. These are the best examples of biological targets. These targets are majorly involve the biological process that occur in patients with a disease. Generally, the drug discovery can be carried out through the target identification, target verification, lead identification, and the effectiveness of lead. Today morning, the speaker covered about the lead identification and lead importance and effectiveness of the lead. And then come to another important aspect in the healthcare system is cancer. Nowadays, one of the dreadful diseases is the cancer. And AI improves the identification of the tumor antigens and the efficacy of tumor immunotherapy. Okay, and here I will show you this particular diagram. Okay, in cancer, AI improves the identification of tumor antigens and efficacy of tumor immunotherapy. And this AI can also help the radiologist that maps the target areas and automatically plan radiation treatment programs also. This AI can manage the use of chemotherapy drugs and predict the tolerance of chemotherapy drugs so as to optimize the chemotherapy regimen. And this AI can help doctors make correct treatment decisions and reduce unnecessary surgeries and also help oncologists to improve the patient's cancer treatment plans. And especially it is a small image which is showing about the how the AI can be useful in the treatment of cancer, in the treatment of cancer. And here also, especially in the cancer, how it is useful is mainly for the tumor imaging. The AI plays a major role in the tumor imaging. Okay, and how it is useful in this particular tumor imaging that AI is. Okay, and first of all, the detection of lesions and outlining the target area and three-dimensional localization of the tumor and clinical therapeutic analysis and quantitative analysis of tumor and tumor image segmentation. In all these areas, the AI plays a major role. That's why in the treatment of cancer, the AI is playing a very, very important role. Next, this AI is also playing an important aspect in diabetes also. Okay, and already we know that diabetes is one of the another important disease, lifestyle disease. So this AI is a fast-growing field, and its applications to diabetes. And mainly, how it is useful in the diabetes treatment is it can reform the approach to early diagnosis and management of the condition of diabetes. So this AI allows patients with diabetes to make make daily decisions for diet and activity. What type of diet I have to take daily, and what type of physical activities I have to perform daily. Okay, and the day-to-day glucose levels monitoring, glucose levels, and also HbA1c levels monitoring. Everything can be checked by using the AI, artificial intelligence. So another important novel area in this healthcare systems is of polypharmacology. Polypharmacology. Currently, there is a deep understanding of the pathological processes in diseases at the molecular level. Thus, one disease multi-target model dominates the one disease one target model. In previously, it is having the one disease one target model. Now it can be replaced with the one disease multi-target model. This one disease multi-targeting model is called as a poly means more, multi. Okay, that is a one disease multi-targeting is considered as a polypharmacology. One disease multi-targeting is called it as a polypharmacology, and hence this AI works well towards the polypharmacology to better understand the desired target of diseases, resulting in best results. So we have already told that the artificial intelligence is playing a major role in the healthcare system, and here also just in the healthcare system when it was developed. Okay, it is the history of artificial intelligence in the healthcare system. Okay, starting with the development of a turning test, and followed by first NIH means National Institute of Health sponsored the AIM workshop, and followed by deep learning was introduced, and then deep QA technology was introduced. Next, CAD is applied to endoscopy. Okay, next farm robot was developed. Next, followed by first FDA approved cloud based deep learning. DL means deep learning application is there. Next, AI trials in the gastroenterology is observed. Okay, and next, it is the classification of artificial intelligence, which is already previously covered. Okay, and that is reasoning and problem solving, and knowledge representation, planning and social intelligence, perception, machine learning, robotics, and NLP, natural language processing. Okay, and how the artificial intelligence in healthcare and pharmaceutical industry is useful, mainly research and discovery, clinical development, and patient surveillance, post market surveillance, and in the manufacturing and supply chain the artificial intelligence is playing a major role. And next, another important aspect is in the current scenario, the pharma industry is approximately 450 billion industries there. Okay, and there we are having the manufacturing units are there. From the manufacturing units, we are synthesizing the drugs, manufacturing the drugs. We are having several testing laboratories are also there. Yes, nowadays, what we are doing is we are doing the AI in this aspect by using the mobile apps. Okay, and here we everything is related to the customer. Okay, it is a P means customers and fellow patients and reports and wearable watches. By using the wearable devices like watches, we can control awesome some of the healthcare parameters and linked with the hospitals. By these things, what will happen in this case is drug designing can be made, drug manufacturing can be made, drug marketing can be made, and treatment for rare diseases can be made by using the artificial intelligence. That's why the current type of treatment in the healthcare system is related to the patient centric. Patient centric means mainly personalized care, that is that we can be achieved by using the artificial intelligence. That's why so many mobile apps were developed in the healthcare system by using the artificial intelligence. Okay, next, it is another point. Some of the speakers were covered this point indirectly. AI in drug design and discovery, how it is useful in drug design and discovery, especially that is identification of the drug dosage and drug delivery effectiveness, and prediction of the protein folding and protein-protein interactions, and drug repurposing and QSAR modeling, and prediction of bioactivity, and identification of physicochemical properties, and prediction of mode of action, and ADMET analysis. And the next, predict peptide synthesis and small molecule design and de novo drug designing, and next classification of between active and inactive ligands, and monitoring of drug release, and structure based virtual screening, and ligand based virtual screening, and biomarkers. Nowadays it is also another important point, biomarker discovery and preclinical and clinical development. Next, identification of molecular pathways and polypharmacology. And next, just now we covered polypharmacology, and primary and secondary drug screening and pharmaceutical manufacturing. By using all these things, we can do the AI. That means by using deep learning, meta learning, and generative adversarial networks, and reinforcement learning, and support vector machine, and symbolic learning, and neural networks, we can carry out these artificial intelligence. Next, of course, it is directly covered, okay, in the other speakers. So, how the characterization can be done by using the protein ligand complex. We can synthesize the drug, and we can carry out the primary assays and in the in vitro, and secondary assays can be carried out by in vivo bioavailability studies. So, okay, and you can perform the structure-active relationships. Okay, and then we can study either directly as well indirectly in the drug discovery and development aspects. So, next, here we will see what are the different steps that are there in this phenomena. The different steps that which includes in drug discovery is finding materials and consumables. Next, chemical synthesis, data mining, and ontology building, biology research, lead discovery, preclinical development, biomarker discovery, clinical development, and pharmacovigilance (PV), and drug repurposing, and virtual lab assistants. All these are the important steps in the area of drug discovery and development. Here, mainly three major areas are there in the drug discovery and development. The first one is called it as a aggregating and synthesizing information, which includes it can be combines new RNA sequencing. Okay, it mine data to help quickly to identify the drug targets of a novel drug. Come to second aspect is understanding the disease mechanism. It is another important step in the drug discovery and development, which is related to the analysis of the genomes, and identify the proteins, and discovery of the next generation therapies, etc. Next, come to third one is generating the novel drug candidates. How you will generate the novel drug candidates here by using the various aspects, structure-based deep CNN, and predict bioactivity of small molecules, and predict new active molecules for targets, and development of the agricultural pesticides, so on and so forth. Like that, we can perform all these first step and second step and first area, second area, and third area in the drug discovery and development. And next, it is also a small pictorial representation, especially the DDR1 kinase inhibitors are playing a major role in the treatment of cancer. Here in this aspect, the general is playing a major role. What is this general? GNDRL. General means that generative tensorial reinforcement learning. Generative tensorial reinforcement learning. And here, mainly, what is the advantage of this particular general is mainly the time that is required by using this particular analysis will be done within a short span of time. Okay, first we have to identify the target, and after identify the target, next by using this particular AI, we can carry out the rapid synthesis, and followed by in vitro analysis assays, followed by in vivo. First, always you have to carry out in vitro assays only. Then that leads to in vivo assays, that leads to preclinical, and followed by clinical. Just here you can see this one. Suppose if you can come to traditional heat lead generation, it may takes nearly 2 to 3 years. And suppose if it is a general approach, the time required is less than 2 months. That is the advantage of artificial intelligence in identification of the potent DDR kinase inhibitors. Potent DDR kinase inhibitors. Next, well, another important aspect is the clinical trials, and one of the speakers covered the AI in clinical trials. I will add one more point in this aspect. The AI can reduce the clinical trial cycle times while improving the costs of productivity and outcomes of clinical development, which leads to ensure the efficacy and safety of new medicines. Over the past few years, biopharma companies have accessing the so much amounts of scientific and research data from a variety of sources. Okay, they can be called it as a real world data. RWD means real world data. Okay, and here especially you can observe these particular clinical trials, we know that they are having the mainly four different phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4 only. This early phase 1 is a part of the phase 1. That is why, broadly speaking, clinical trials are carried out in the four different phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. Okay. And here also, in the phase 1, early phase 1, the research and discovery, and phase 1, clinical development, phase 2, manufacturing and supply chain, and launch and commercial, and post marketing surveillance can be carried out. Okay. You just see how much time it will take. So it will take so much of years together. It is carried out. Only 10% of the drug candidates entering in the clinical trials end up becoming regulatory approved drugs. By series of years of research, ultimately we will get a molecule, okay, into the market by spending millions of rupees. And we have told that the clinical trials is having a wide scope of the features. For the next few years, the real that clinical trials are likely to remain the gold standard for validating the efficacy and safety of new compounds in large populations. Okay. And the biopharma companies are also set to develop the tailored therapies that will cure the diseases rather than the treat symptoms. Okay. And here one more important aspect is in the clinical trials is the trial design, trial startup, and trial conduct, and study closeout. These are the important aspects in the AI enabled technology in the clinical trials. Next, come to another important aspect, that is drug repurposing. This drug repurposing is one of the novel topic in the area of this particular pharmacy and medicine. Especially first, yeah, this drug repurposing is playing a major role in the COVID-19. Nowadays, we are everybody is suffering with this particular COVID. For the past 2 years, we are in COVID-19 pandemic situation. Especially, the artificial intelligence is playing a major role in the COVID-19 drug repurposing aspect. Okay, first we will see what is the drug repurposing. Drug repurposing is also called it as a repositioning. Okay, and what it is a technique whereby existing drugs are used for the new therapeutic use. The drug is old and it is having the new use. Old drug for the new use. That is simply called it as a drug repurposing. Drug repurposing. It is having a one purpose, but it is useful for the another purpose. That's why it is considered as a drug repurposing or repositioning. Okay, existing drugs are used for new therapeutic uses, especially to treat the emerging and challenging diseases. One of the condition nowadays is COVID-19. This drug repurposing has become a promising approach because of the opportunity for reduced development time. Because of the drug repurposing, the developing time is reduced because the drug is already developed in the long back, and overall cost is also reduced. Overall cost is also reduced. Old drug is used for the new purpose, and these AI approaches have been developed for systematic identification of drug repurposing, especially in the drug discovery. Nowadays, in the drug discovery, the drug repurposing is playing a very vital role. The AI has been used to identify the existing drugs to fight against the SARS-CoV-2. This SARS-CoV is responsible for the COVID-19. Okay, and that AI has been used to identify the existing drugs to fight against the SARS-CoV-2, especially in the COVID-19 patients. What are the best examples of the drug repurposing is, for example, remdesivir, favipiravir, ribavirin, lopinavir, ritonavir, tocilizumab, hydroxychloroquine. For example, simply you take remdesivir. Okay, and remdesivir is the hepatitis C treatment of hepatitis C. We are using remdesivir in the olden days. Nowadays, it is used for treatment of COVID-19. Similarly, favipiravir, ribavirin, lopinavir, and ritonavir, the antiviral drugs. Nowadays, they are used for the treatment of COVID-19. Not all the cases, in some cases. And tocilizumab. This tocilizumab is a immunosuppressant drug. Now, they identified that it is having the therapeutic utility in the COVID. Another thing is hydroxychloroquine. Hydroxychloroquine HCQ, popularly call it as HCQ. Okay, it is anti-malarial drug. Nowadays, they identified that it is useful for the treatment of COVID-19. Next, another important aspect in this case is Of course, we are having the time may not be sufficient to cover all the case. Just I will cover the artificial intelligence in education because our sector is belongs to education sector. Okay, and AI can automatically grading so that the tutor can have more time to teach. Okay, the AI chatbot can communicate with students as a teaching assistants. Okay, and they are having so many aspects which may role a major role in the education: proctoring, personalized learning and data accumulation and smart content, virtual facilitator, automated grader, and chart campus, adaptive learning, and chatbot. These are the important aspects of this particular AI. This AI in the education sector is one of the influenced by the humans. Okay, and mainly what are the advantages in this particular education sector is mainly suppose if you can take the feedback and the enrollment can be done and the all the HR related aspects and the animations can be done and the learning aspects can be improved and the learning material can be improved and the lesson plans can be prepared by using this one and reminders can be done by using AI study guides and next to data collection and revision can be done like that in education so many aspects that is activity will be automated, adaptive softwares can be used, and targeted improvement and tutorial support and helpful feedback, information interaction and changing teacher roles and trial and error learning and actionable data and changing learning nature like that they're having that an important roles of AI in the education system. Next, another important aspect is artificial intelligence is playing a role in the marketing also. One of the best example is Nike, Amazon, Alibaba, BMW. Okay, they are using the AI in the marketing sector. They are having the 10 different softwares that are used in the marketing. What are those particular important tools? Is Kafka and BuzzSumo, HubSpot's SEO, Social Bakers, Click 360, Pave AI, Market Muse, Seventh Sense, Morpholio, Chartfield. These are the important tools of AI that are used in marketing sector. Next, and here I want to add one more important aspect and novel aspect is artificial neural networks. Artificial neural networks. These artificial neural networks is one of the upcoming topic in related to the artificial intelligence. I want to enlighten the participants regarding this topic also. These artificial neural networks is called it as a popularly called it as ANN. What is the meaning of artificial neural networks? Simply, these artificial neural networks are becoming the tool of choices for the pharmaceutical industry due to their ability to mimic the brain's way of functioning, how the brain will work. In a similar manner, these artificial neural networks will work. Okay, the artificial neural network, ANN, artificial neural network is the type of artificial intelligence system. These ANN are software applications that are modeled after the biological neural networks that constitute animal brains. This ANN is made up of a bunch of interconnected nodes. It is made up of a bunch of interconnected nodes. All of these nodes are useful in the communicate with another. There is an interconnection between the one node with another. In the previously, in so many resource persons, they have shown these particular how the networks, artificial networks, will connect it together. Okay, the ANN has a prime role in the pharmaceutical drug development applications. That's why the artificial neural networks are playing a very important role in the drug development process. What are the important applications of artificial neural networks? The broad applications is here listed out in drug discovery to product development. In drug discovery to product development, how it will be useful is to assess the ligand receptor complementary and the estimation of the pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic parameters and also use it for docking data analysis and use it to predict the AD-MDT properties including the biotoxicity. Okay, next in prediction of physicochemical properties, it is useful to study the various physicochemical properties in pharmaceutical formulation development. Okay, in pharmaceutical formulation development means simply it is used in the pre-formulation studies in formulation development. Especially, it is used in multi-active ingredients as well as a control is formulation. So, okay, and some formulations are alternative to multiple regression analysis. For example, liposomes and hydrogels, tablets, and etc. Okay, and some of the validation parameters and optimization, which includes CMA, critical manufacturing attributes, and others. So next, another important application is in development of in vivo in vitro relationship. Okay, and mainly to study the in vivo and in vitro analysis in qualitative and quantitative drug analysis, in qualitative and quantitative drug analysis, to study the various important parameters in the qualitative and quantitative drug analysis also, identification, separation, quantification, and optimization of the various analytical conditions. Next, estimation of PKPD parameters. Okay, that means pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic parameters. That is one compartments, receptors, and etc. In the prediction of drug-drug interactions, mainly it is used to predict the potential drug-drug interactions. It is a small diagram which is showing these are the nodes which are connected to one another, artificial neural networks. So, in the chemical synthesis planning, in the quantitative structure relationship, quantitative structure property relationship, and the prediction of physicochemical parameters. And here can draw the chemical structure required for targeting, for especially for targeting, we have to draw the chemical structures. There is important application of artificial neural networks in the drug discovery. Well, the artificial intelligence is having a very good feature. What is the feature of artificial intelligence? So, artificial intelligence is impacting the future of virtually every industry and every human being. We have to use this artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence has mainly acted as a main driver of emerging technologies like big data analysis and robotics and IoT, Internet of Things. In the big data analysis and robotics and IoT, the AI plays a major role. The artificial intelligence is drastically important to our future because AI forms a very foundation of computer learning phenomena. The AI will continue to act as a technological innovator for the foreseeable future. The artificial intelligence is become responsible for everything from the medical breakthrough in cancer research to cutting edge climate change research. And what is the conclusion to my presentation? The artificial intelligence had been a branch of computer science, mainly dealing with the intelligent behavior. The artificial intelligence has now been used for real-time applications in the field of medicine, engineering, and also in science and technology. And right now, the artificial intelligence can beat humans in some specific tasks only. But in the future, it is expected of AI to beat a humans in all the cognitive tasks also. With the advancement of technologies, for sure, the AI will become the trending technology for the next 20 years. Surely, it has its consequences of artificial intelligence, both pros and cons, and which would be positive as well as negative sides. However, always we can use the artificial intelligence for the better society. Better society. Okay, and thank you, one and all, for your patient listening. Okay, and it is a sharp 3 o'clock. Okay, and my topic is completed. Okay, if you have any queries, please post in the chat box. Please post in the chat box.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable information regarding functions, ethics, software, and companies related to artificial intelligence. Now, I request participants, do you have any queries? Please unmute your audios or raise your hand or drop your queries in chat box.
I think yeah, all the participants are eagerly waiting for the valedictory function. Okay, and participants, please pardon me for one aspect, because actually today, as per the program sheet, we have to connect only 2 lectures. But what was happened is, on the second day of the our event, one of the participant was suddenly, due to another circumstances, he is unable to deliver his lecture. Like that, all the schedules will be changed because of the one particular disturbance. So because of that particular reason, as a host resource person, I have adjusted by satisfying all the needs of the resource persons. That's a I took the session in this particular day without causing any extra pain to you. Okay, that is the reason for taking for this Tuesday session. Okay, and I hope I tried my level best regarding these artificial intelligence, because it is nowadays it is a very upcoming topic in the area of the pharmaceutical sciences. Hope you can try with your students on the various research articles and review articles in related to artificial intelligence and artificial neural networks, and also you can plan it. Okay, because it is having a good scope also in the near future. Okay, and thank you one and all for your gracious presence.
Thank you very much, sir.
Mm.
On behalf of VVIPS, it's my honor to present an EAD certificate. Please accept it, sir.
Thank you, Vasi Munisa Garu.
Thank you. Now I request all the participants to fill the feedback and the assignments links provided in the chat box. Thank you everyone. And validatory function will be started at sharp 3:15 p.m. Please join for the validatory function.
Welcome back, all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Datri.
To improve the golden moments of opportunity and catch the good that is in your reach is the great art of life. A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to Galaxy of Intellectuals for the validatory section of AICTE ISTE Refresher Program and Role of Artificial Intelligence on Drug Discovery and Development. Myself, Saidatri Arige, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Analysis, VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences. I am indeed delighted to be as a chairperson for this section. For the last 6 days, we have had deep insight in several issues of artificial intelligence. We focused on the role of artificial intelligence in drug discovery and development. The fragrance of flowers spread only in the direction of wind, but the goodness of a person spread in all directions. A pessimists complain about the wind, an optimist try to change it, and a leader adjusts the sledge. The sledge for this particular notation were adjusted by a person who is not only a great motivation to all of us, but a visionary and the person who gave us the belief to bring together his events. He is none other than our beloved principal, Dr. A. Lakshman Rao Garu. Now I request our principal sir to speak few words in this regards.
Thank you, Saidatri Garu.
Sir, you are not audible.
Hello, is it audible? Hello, Saidatri Garu, is it audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Respected Chief Guest for today's valedictory function, Professor Vijaydi Vaithya, Executive Secretary, Indian Society for Technical Education, ISTE, New Delhi, participants from various pharmacy colleges, participants from various pharmacy colleges. A very good afternoon to one and all. A warm welcome to all of you for the valedictory function of 6-day online AICTE ISTE sponsored special program on role of artificial intelligence in drug discovery and development, organized by VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Gudlavalledu, Krishna District, Andhra Pradesh, from 25th January to 1st February 2022. As a coordinator and Chosen Principal of VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences. A warm welcome to all of you for this particular wonderful valedictory session. I hope all the participants gained a lot of knowledge on artificial intelligence during this 1 week program. We are very fortunate to have very senior resource persons from academia as well as industry and R&D background. All the resource persons are topmost people in the area of artificial intelligence. On behalf of VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Gudlavalleru, let me thank AICTE, ISTE authorities for sponsoring the refresher program with their financial support to conduct this particular program. Let me thank Dr. Pratap Singh K. Desai, President ISTE New Delhi, Dr. Vijaydi Vaithya, Executive Secretary ISTE New Delhi, Colonel B. Venkat, Director of FDC AICTE New Delhi, for their kind support for organizing this online refresher program in grand manner. My foremost gratitude to Professor Vijaydi Vaidya, Executive Secretary, ISTE New Delhi, for his timely suggestions during this particular program. My heartfelt gratitude to all the 16 resource persons for their excellent deliberations and make the event a grand success. I especially thank the faculty members from various pharmacy colleges for their active participation in all the 6 days in very enthusiastic manner and for their scientific temper in upgrading their knowledge. I especially thank the principals of various pharmacy colleges for their continuous support and allowing their staff members to participate in this virtual event in a successful manner. My heartfelt acknowledgements to members of management, Dr. V. Nageshwar Rao, Chairman, Sri M. Srinivasa Rao, Co-Chairman, Sri V. Satyanarayan Rao, Secretary and Correspondent, and Sri V. Ramakrishna, Co-Secretary and Correspondent of ANM and VVRS Education Society, and VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences
Hello.
for their generous and continuous support
Sir, myself
in
Datri from VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences.
in making
Sir,
the event
presents.
grand
Okay,
success.
sir.
Let me thank Ms. A. Sai Datri, Assistant Professor, for providing necessary technical support to organize this AICT IST refresher program. I especially thank all the chairpersons for 18 sessions for their active involvement for making the event better. Let me thank the head of the departments of our institute, Dr. Sheikh Aminabi, Dr. P. Bhargavabhushan Rao, Dr. K. Srikant Kumar, Dr. P. Ravisha, and Ms. T. Prashanti for their sincere involvement in the successful completion of the program. I thank all teaching and non-teaching staff members of VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences for their support in successful completion of the program. I thank all the people who are involved directly or indirectly for making the 1 week refresher program a grand success. And finally, I thank each and every participant for their keen interest for upgrading their knowledge in participating this particular program. A small note to all the participants who fulfilled the criteria of 80% attendance and 60% marks in final grand test are only eligible to issue the certificates, and the certificates will be issued by ISTE only. After receiving the certificates from ISTE, we will distribute to the respective participants. We tried our level best to make the 1 week program a grand success. If any disturbances occurred during the program, kindly excuse us. And thank you, one and all. Have a great day. Over to Saidatri.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to have with Professor Vijaydi Vaithya as the Honorable Chief Guest of Parliamentary Ceremony. I honor to introduce that great personality to you. Professor Vijaydi Vaithya, born in Kolhapur, Maharashtra. He has obtained his BTech degree in Civil Engineering from Karnataka Regional Engineering College, Surathkal, Karnataka, presently known as NIT Surathkal, in 1981. He worked in the field with Afcons Mumbai at different sites in Karnataka, AP, Goa, MP, and also worked with design firms and did structural design for different types of structures like residential, commercial, industrial, and public buildings. He joined teaching field in 1985 as lecturer in civil engineering department in Government Polytechnic. Since then, he worked in different capacities in Government of Maharashtra, including lecturer in civil engineering, head of civil engineering department, training and placement officer, vice principal, and principal. He has working in administration in Directorate of Technical Education Mumbai as assistant director. Worked as a deputy secretary in Maharashtra State Board of Technical Education Mumbai, which deals with the diploma education in Maharashtra. Sir is having so many achievements in his credit, like in his tenure as a principal of Government of Polytechnic Kolhapur, it got accredited by NBA. Sir is pioneer in designing G-Schemes curriculums for MSBTE Mumbai, and Sir developed online monitoring system of institutes for MSBTE, and it's still in practice for deciding the performance, and also organized various types of training workshops, conferences for teachers and students in MSBTE Mumbai. He is a person who enhances industrial relationship and involvement in industry at every stage of service. He has authorized a book on valuation. Sir attended various national and international conferences and also presented papers in national conference and organized a training program for teachers and staff at institute level. Now, Sir is an executive council member of AICTE since 2012 and he is presently serving as Executive Secretary of AICTE. With this brief introduction, I request Professor Vaidya to speak few words in this regards.
Good afternoon to one and all present for this program. Dr. Lakshman Rao, a dynamic and enthusiastic principal of this institute, A. Saeed Datri Madam, co-coordinator of this program, other faculty members of this institute, members of the organizing committee, and my dear participants. First of all, I feel it is my duty to congratulate VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Science for conducting such a nice program in the role of artificial intelligence in drug discovery and development. So really, it's a good thing that you have selected a topic of immense importance, because if you consider the today's life, AI ML is a key word, and it is expected within a span of 2-3 years it will conquer each and every aspect of our life. Means it is conquering, or it is moving in progressing in such a rapid way that in due course everywhere you will find AI ML directly indirectly related with our every activity. And that is why I feel that you have taken a proper topic for this program. Another thing is that basically from I am having high regards for the pharmacy community, only for the reason that, so 2 years back in 2019 we started with the COVID pandemic, and during that COVID pandemic, at the initial stage, it was very difficult for everyone, and nobody was in position to what to do. No vaccination, no medicine, nothing was there. But I really appreciate the pharmacy industry that they came out with a proper solution, proper vaccination within a span of 8 to 9 months. Generally, it is said you are the right person to judge about it. It is said that minimum 4 to 6 years are required to develop a vaccine and to use it in a in a regular way. But within a short span of 8 to 9 months, the pharmacy industry or pharmacy people, they have done the miracle, and as a result of that, today we are quite safe from the COVID. So that credit goes to this. And when we go into deep of that, it is learned that it is possible only due to this new technologies just like AI, ML, and so on. Yeah. So I feel that this is the time where in which you have to blend your regular knowledge or the knowledge related with the pharmacy and the knowledge related with the emerging technologies. And when you blend it in a proper way, the outcome will be really fabulous. And regarding this, I really appreciate for organizing such a nice program, because if you go through the means already you have attended the program, you know the resource persons whom they have invited from industry as well as from the academia, and I'm sure that considering the level of the resource person, definitely they must have given the proper justice for the topics that have been allotted to them. Now, this is the AICT IST program, and the basic objective of this type of program is to give knowledge to the faculty members in the emerging areas, or the areas that are going, means the technologies that are going to come. Because see, one thing we always say that we are a supplier of uh, product to the industry, means our main customer is industry, and we are delivering our students to the industry. And when we think of this direction, it is expected that we have to supply the product which is demanded by the industry. And here one thing, just one quote I remember from Steve Jobs, that it says that you just can't ask customers what they want. You just can't ask customers what they want and then try to give that to them. Means you just can't ask the customers that what you want, and then just whatever they demand you'll try to give them. But when you will be ready with that product and when you will go to industry, they will say that we want something new. Means this is the trend which is being followed nowadays. Means if you ask any industry person or industry about their requirements, they will give you certain requirements. And if you start implementing it in your curriculum, and when your product will be ready with those that knowledge, and when you will go there, industry definitely will say that we want something new. So this is the way in which the technology is changing, and that is making industry to change. And that is why I feel that it is highly essential for faculty members to have a knowledge in emerging areas. Now, if you consider this, that another thing is that there should be a special session on National Education Policy 2020, And just within, you must be given a proper glimpse of that NEP 2020. And there are certain important features which we must remember. And that the first thing is that it is expected that faculty should undergo training at a regular interval. Means it is expected that faculty should enhance their knowledge at regular interval, and it should and they should have the knowledge at par with the latest trends. That is basic requirement. Second thing is that it is expected that curriculum should be amended regularly. Means NEB clearly states that your curriculum should be at par with the latest trends and technologies which are there. Means just now time we can't blame our curriculum that whatever curriculum we are teaching, it is outdated or it is obsolete or something like that, because this comment we receive in many cases. But now there is no excuse for that. If you feel that new technology have come, you have to introduce it in your curriculum. That is second thing. And third important thing is that you use of blended learning. So blended mode of learning. Now this is a online mode, and you must have realized the importance of this online mode, because only due to this online mode it is possible for many resource persons who are having eminency in their field to join this program. Because otherwise, if they would, those resource persons would have been called personally, or they would have been asked to uh, visit the institute and conduct the program or conduct the session in a physical mode, I doubt how many of them would have joined, because they are such a busy person, and considering that value of their time, generally it is very difficult for such people to attend the session. But here, due to this online mode only, you have an opportunity to interact with such a eminent personalities, and I definitely feel that whatever you have learned from them, that is of immense use, and that you will use it in your teaching and further for your research work, as well as for the development projects and all for the students. Because here you got the opportunity to interact with such a people who have the latest knowledge about the trends and technologies that are being followed and the trends that are going to come. So when you are aware about it, definitely that will help you in your regular teaching. Now, one important thing is that, as I have mentioned about the NEP, since NEP speaks about the training, you will find that a lot more agencies will come out with the different types of training. Even AICT is having different opportunities for the training, and particularly I feel it is my duty to mention the name of Colonel Venkat, Director of Faculty Development Cell, who is handling that portfolio in AICT, and who is taking a lot more initiatives for the betterment of faculty. And I think now the time has come to take the maximum advantage of all these opportunities available to you to undergo different types of trainings and develop yourself. Because this is the right time. If you miss the bus, definitely you just imagine what will happen. If you don't move with the time, one fine morning you will realize that you are having obsolete knowledge, or you are the person who has become obsolete. And then just imagine what will be your value in your institute as well as in the society. But at the same time, if you move with the technology, if you know, move with the trends, you will find that you will have the latest knowledge in the technology, latest knowledge about the latest trends, and that will help you to develop your students as well as to develop yourself also. Nowadays, the time has come. Even NEP, one important other aspect of NEP is it gives emphasis to the research. And I feel that many faculty members are doing research in different areas. So try to have that attitude or culture among you as well as among the students, and to develop something for the betterment of our nation. One thing is that everyone talks about the economic growth of the country, but when you talk of economic growth, it is highly essential that that entrepreneurship should be encouraged, innovativeness should be encouraged among the students. So when you encourage innovativeness, definitely the output is good. And that is why I feel that faculty should also concentrate to to gain certain patents and all, and try to make them, try to make them useful for the society and in the actual implementation condition. So that is the basic requirement. And one thing you will find that your students are quite competent. They are having good capabilities. Only thing is that you have to identify their character. One Sanskrit mantra I will share with you, that is Amantaram Aksharam Nasti. Amantaram Aksharam Nasti means you will find that there is not a single letter or alphabet which doesn't have mantra power. Means every alphabet is having mantra power. Amantram aksharam nasti, nasti moolam anaushadhim. Means you will not find any root of any plant which doesn't have medicinal value. Amantram aksharam nasti, nasti moolam anaushadhim, ayogyaha purusho nasti. You will not find any single person in this world who doesn't have any capability at all. Every person created by God is having some or other capabilities. And I feel that last line is yojakas tatra durlabha. Means there is a deficiency of planners. Means amantram aksharam nasti, nasti moolam anaushadhim, ayogyaha purusho nasti, yojakas tatra durlabha. Means there is a deficiency of planner. And I feel that it is our duty to be a planner and to develop our students in such a way that will help for the development of our nation also. So with this, I really appreciate efforts taken by Dr. Lakshman Rao and his team for organizing this program. And I'm sure that considering their efforts and sincerity, I'm sure that they will be with us for many more future endeavors that are going to come from AICT as well as from the ISTE. And I wish success to them for the future endeavors, future activities. And at the same time, I wish all the best to the participants for their future career. And at the end, I wish a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year to each and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so
sir.
much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your blessings and support. We will conduct much more events in near future, sir. Thank you for
Yes,
your
sir. Thank you.
support.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you for your cooperation. Definitely, we'll work together, sir.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Definitely, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words. Without your support and suggestions, this event may not be happens. Like a universal saying, a true dreamer is one who knows how to navigate in dark. We get a great chance to meet the true dreamers like our participants who know how to enlighten themselves in the restriction of COVID pandemic. I request any of the participants to share their views in suggestions for the further improvement of ourselves.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Good
Yes,
afternoon,
ma'am.
Vijayalakshmi Garu.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine,
Good
madam.
afternoon,
Thank
all.
you.
I'm Dr. R. Vijayalakshmi, working as professor at Guide School of Pharmacy, Rajahmundry. I'd like to thank AICT, ISTE, and VVIPS, Gudlavaleru, for selecting me as a participant. I thank the AICT for setting this platform for the teaching fraternity to expand the learning horizons. The role of artificial intelligence in drug discovery and development, the theme of this 6 days online refresher program is very much relevant to the latest scenario of the drug discovery and development, which will ease the pharma sector. It will very much help the pharma sector and also the not only industry, even academia also it is going to help so much. It is helping and it is going to help so much also. I would like to congratulate and thank the entire team for the excellent organization of this online training program and especially Dr. A. Lakshman Rao sir for his dedication and tireless commitment. The best facilitators were chosen for this refresher program from across the country and also Malaysia. They were successful in delivering their valuable inputs and inspired the delegates towards innovations of drug development. The speakers had in-depth knowledge on cutting-edge technologies in artificial intelligence and they proficiently communicated through their talk. The program scheduled was very well designed so that sufficient time is given to the participant to interact well and the facilitator and got clarified their doubts. The resource persons has given online training of the softwares and also free access to some softwares which would be very much helpful for the researchers. The unrelenting efforts of the coordinating team is the cause for this flawless and successful program. I thank once again the coordinator, Dr. Lakshman Rao sir, and the entire team for arranging this edifying virtual platform. We expect more such programs from AICT, ISTE and also VVIPS in future so that we can update and widen our knowledge. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to show my gratitude to the speakers and the coordinators. Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Any others?
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Sir, good afternoon to principal, sir, and all dignitaries, chief guest of today's valedictory function. My respected faculty members who are present over here, for attending this program. So as a participant, I enjoyed a lot and learned so many things during this last 6 to 7 days program related to artificial intelligence. Which is very useful in our drug discovery and development process. So I am very much thankful to all the resource persons who have shared their valuable knowledge during their busy schedule. So I am again thankful to the organizer and the principals for coordinating this program in a successful way. I am thankful to AICTE, ISTE for sponsoring this program for the benefit of faculty members and updating their knowledge in the current scenario. So once again, I am thankful to Lakshman Rao sir for giving me this opportunity for sharing my views. Thank you all once again and stay safe. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Any other?
So good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon,
Yeah,
sir.
good
This is
afternoon, sir.
Prem.
You are audible.
Please introduce and speak.
Sir, this is Prem Kumar Bichala, working as an associate professor in Pratap University, Rajasthan.
Okay.
I'm very thankful to my guru, Dr. Lakshman Rao Garu, to organizing such a great, innovative seminars. Role of artificial intelligence. Nowadays, this is role of artificial intelligence. So having a good scenario to in all fields. So especially in pharma field. So this FDP is very much useful to every faculty members to get the knowledge in these aspects. So once again, I'll thank to the management of VVIPS and also AICT to organizing such a great events. So I wish to attend more this type of means seminars in future under the guidance of Dr. Lakshman Rao sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I request others to share their views. If any remarks is there, please share us to improve ourselves.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Myself, Dr. Vijaydi, working as Associate Professor in Chebrul Hammaya Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, sir.
Okay, good.
Firstly, I'd like to thank Professor Vijaydi, sir, for coming to this valedictory function. And I thank the AICTE, ISTE, and Lakshman Rao, sir, Principal VVIPS, for organizing such a wonderful seminar, sir. This is this 1 week, I mean, this 6-day webinar, it gave a lot of knowledge, like it covered almost all the aspects, not one or two like that. That means emphasizing only on one sector. Artificial intelligence means we had an idea that it is purely related to computer science students or it is engineering, something like that we had. But now, after this webinar, we got such a knowledge. Artificial intelligence is highly helpful for even for our pharma sector, and how much you explain and your efforts were really wonderful, sir. And it is out of words. I can't even explain in words the efforts maintained by you and your team. So I sincerely thank the VVIPS team specifically for, and I thank all the resource persons. I thank all the resource persons for giving enormous knowledge in every resource person. They spent almost 1.5 to 2 hours and they gave a wonderful presentation, sir. Even what I felt is I'd like to ask the recordings if possible.
Sure, madam.
We can
We will
recollect.
we will send it, madam. All the recordings we will send it to.
Yes, sir.
Respect to mail ID.
It is that much useful there. That means
Yes,
as it was a new topic, and I want to mention one more thing, sir. I think you are the first person of this who have organized this type of webinar. In general, conventional pharma webinars, we will have many aspects, but this is in like introducing novel technique, artificial intelligence into pharmacy sector. For long duration. You are the person who have conducted a 5-day or 6-day webinar in this particular manner. Remaining all Of course, there are many webinars on this topic, but they are 1 hour or 1 day webinars only I have seen. So in that way also, it's a unique and first one, I think, so far. I have attended too many webinars in the last pandemic time, but never, I found this is the only one, I think. So I congratulate all the members, sir, VVIPS team, organizing team, and everyone did very well, sir. Thank you so much for giving this much of vast knowledge for us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
And
madam.
thank everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
And
so much, ma'am.
I want to clarify one point, madam. Actually, while
Yes, sir.
giving the lectures, some of the people they thought that I have chosen the computer side faculty or like that. But what I have
No,
made
sir.
is I have chosen the only related to pharma background people only for the benefit of the pharmacy teachers, because all the speakers are related to the pharmacy background only, related to drug discovery and development and science, because we had to gain the much more knowledge in artificial intelligence. That's why I have chosen and
Yes,
selected
sir.
the various speakers from national and international, madam. With a lot of effort,
Yes, sir.
luckily I got the good speakers, madam. Thank you very much for the
Very
compliments,
good
madam.
resource persons you arranged, sir. Really, it's really
Mm.
wonderful. Yes, sir.
I have gone through so many brochures also, madam. Who may be connecting India wide. I have contacted those persons
Yes,
and I have chosen all the national wide prominent speakers in the area of artificial intelligence. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank you,
madam,
sir.
for
Yes,
the appreciation.
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your remarks. Ask some other to share their thoughts.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Andy.
Am I audible?
Oh, you are
Yes,
audible,
sir,
Andy.
you're perfectly audible.
Yeah, this is Dr. Shanmugam, sir, from JSS College of Pharmacy,
Okay,
IFAC
sir.
coordinator. Sir, I I want to wish a young dynamic principal like you have not seen previously, because you the success of the conference lies on the on time starting of the program and the content of the materials. So I think so that both are being well organized and the speakers are been well selected and been given a good background on the scientific knowledges. I hope in future you may continue this same kind of artificial intelligence. And one suggestion from your side, sir. Sir, you
Sure.
have selected the pharmaceutical side. Apart from this, you can select herbal related formulation sites also. So that
Okay.
the in drug development
Okay.
side, even the herbal scientists can also
Okay.
work in this field.
Okay. Sure.
So
Definitely.
this is
Sure. Definitely.
sir.
We will consider it. Okay. For next program, we will
Okay.
include it. Sure. Definitely, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir,
Thank you
for
so much
the
for your
session.
remarks. Any other participants?
And the participants, of course, some of the people are asking for the feedback links of previous days and assignment links. No need to worry. All the links will be posted in the WhatsApp group after completion of this program. You can submit if anything, any feedback is missed, that you can fill it again, and you can submit all the assignments and all the feedbacks. And one more thing is, after completion of this session, we will give you that is a grand test with the 50 bits, all are objective type with very simple bits. Okay. And the final feedback will be given by the AICTE to the eligible participants, that we will send you through mail afterwards. Okay. Next, any other participants, you can share their views. To our level best, we will try to support each and every participant to gain the knowledge as well as certificate also. And we will kept all these videos also to share the links to you for the future reference purpose. Any other participants to speak about this program? Okay, that's it. Go to next
Okay,
slide.
sir. Thank you so much for all the participants who their views and suggestions for us for the improvement of ourselves. At the end of this section, once again, I cordially wish to thank one and all for your great support and time, even in your busy schedules, to get complete this refresher program in a nice manner. It's my pleasure to collaborate with you all. having in knowledge with kind heart. All the feedback and assessment links from day 1 to last day are placed in the chat box, as well as I post those links in WhatsApp also after completion of the program. Kindly fill the forms if you missed any. The final assessment link is also shared to the WhatsApp group. If you have any queries, feel free to ask us. The WhatsApp group get activated for the participants also.
And all the participants are informed that all the links will be open up to today night at 12 o'clock. All the links will be opened at up to 12 midnight at 12 o'clock, and then all the links will be closed. Okay, please utilize all these things.
After 12 at the night, the all links get deactivated. There is no longer access for the feedback anymore. A wonderful beginning needs a great ending. I request all the participants to stand for a while to end this program with our national anthem, the pride of our country.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Now the section get
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you, thank you. It was nicely organized program.
Yes,
Really,
sir.
you deserve appreciation for the same.
Yes, sir.
And, we'll be in
Thank
touch with each other, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure, sir.
Sure,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you. Bye,
Namaste, sir. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Have a great day.
Thank you, all of you. And remember one thing, the feedback links and assessment links will be active up to this night. So they end the program.